1. Houston, Texas. A city gripped with fear. 5 brutal murders. 5 young lives cut short in ways too horrific to forget. For decades, these grisly crimes have haunted the families of the victims, and baffled even the most hardened detectives. This is the story of the Houston decapitation murders, a horrifying trail of violence, heartbreak, and unanswered questions. In July of 1979, the Orchard Apartments seemed like the perfect place for young professionals to start their lives. Affordable, close to downtown, and filled with vibrant, ambitious tenants. But hidden behind the neat facade of this apartment complex was the stuff of nightmares. On July 3rd, the silence was broken. 33-year-old Alys Rankin was found in her apartment. The scene shocked even the most seasoned investigators. Rankin had been sexually assaulted and stabbed repeatedly, but what horrified investigators the most was her decapitation. Her head was missing from the crime scene. The missing head added an unsettling air of mystery to the killing. What kind of person could commit such a monstrous act, and why? Mary Calcutta, 27, had come to Houston seeking new beginnings. A clerk by day and an adventurer by heart, Mary had just gotten her first apartment in the same complex as Alys. But Alys's murder left her unnerved. Mary called her best friend back in Pittsburgh the night after Alys's murder, her voice trembling with fear. "There's been a murder here," she said. "I'm scared." Mary's terror became reality just 2 weeks later. Police were summoned again to the Orchard Apartments. This time, to Mary's unit. What they found was another scene of unimaginable horror. Mary had been stabbed repeatedly, her throat slashed so deeply she was nearly decapitated. Like Alys, Mary had also been sexually assaulted. But detectives were left with no suspects and no clear motives, and Mary's murder, like Alys's, would remain unsolved. Hours before Mary's body was discovered, another victim had been brutally slain. Doris Threadgill, 26, was found dead in her townhouse only 9 miles away. Her throat was slashed nearly to the point of decapitation, but unlike the other victims, Doris's body bore no signs of a sexual assault or struggle. Did Doris know her killer? Or was she simply the next victim of a disturbed mind escalating beyond control? 3 months later, the killer struck again, this time targeting a young couple. Bobby Spangenberger, 18, and his girlfriend, 17-year-old Joann Huffman, had been dating for less than a year. But in October 1979, their young lives ended in tragedy. Joann had been shot and her body discarded in a park. Bobby's decapitated remains were found miles away, stuffed in the trunk of a car. His head was never recovered. With that final blow, the killer vanished. 5 brutal murders, 5 lives stolen in unspeakably grotesque ways, and no one brought to justice. Detective Richard Rodriguez has resurrected this cold case, poring over decades-old evidence and hoping modern forensics will reveal the truth. Could advancements in DNA technology finally unmask the killer? Meanwhile, the families of the victims have not given up hope. Sister Margaret Ann Calcutta, Mary's older sibling, is among those determined to find answers. For these families, the pain has endured for over 45 years. They still long for the closure that justice could bring. What do you think? Was this the work of a single disturbed murderer? Or could it be the chilling work of multiple killers operating in the same area? Share your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more chilling mysteries from Whispers of the Crime. Some cases refuse to fade into history.